Does the Tea Party bear any responsibility for what's happened here?
No.
Why not?
I mean, for all the evidence we've seen so far, I mean, they may pull up something I'm not aware of, and we don't have any record of the gentleman. Or again, he's not a gentleman; he's a monster. We don't have anything to suggest that he shared any Tea Party ideas. You know, we're very specific on what we want, and they were on part of his platform. You know, his favorite books are Mein Kampf and the Communist Manifesto. Those things really aren't on many Tea Party's reading lists.
But whether or not he was influenced by this, there's a climate, and that has created an atmosphere of aggression in which people who are extreme perhaps feel more able to pick up a gun.
I mean, let's be clear that my organization is not extreme. You know, we had John McCain speak at our last big event. John McCain will not speak at an event of extreme wacko weirdos, you know, gun-toting nuts. It's just not going to happen.
You know, this atmosphere in which Sarah Palin, Gifford herself identified Sarah Palin's own campaign as a threat. She talked about it in those terms.
People are hurt. People had friends that were hurt, you know, or icons or heroes that they have that were hurt or possibly even killed. And it's much easier if you have a reason for that happening. If you can lay that at the feet of an organization or a person that makes sense, something that you can maybe punish or fix, then that's a much better situation for you know, to help deal with that issue than something that was senseless and mindless like what happened with this individual. I mean, he was crazy. To say that he was fulfilling the wishes of Sarah Palin or anything like that, it just doesn't pass the smell test. Even their Democratic chairman of the county party said that there's obviously nothing that the Tucson Tea Party would have to do that would cause something like this. I mean, there's a city election coming up this next year. And I'm sure this will be used as a club and hammer at that point to say, well, you all just gun crazy nuts, you know, and that we can't listen to words you said, you killed Gabby Giffords. I mean, they're not going to say that out loud, but they're going to whisper it. And not all people are going to do that. And it may not even be the politicians that are doing it, but people that are involved in campaigns and things like that, you know they're going to do that. And we talk about, you know, things that are poisonous to culture, again, it happens both ways, and this event's going to be used to poison the political culture, and that's a shame, because I don't think that's what Gabrielle Giffords would want. I can't speak for her. I'm not even going to pretend to do that. Right. But she seemed pretty sensible now. She was always good for debate, and she always rose to that occasion. You know, again, she was a political opponent, not an enemy.
Do you think, though, that the political reality of electoral politics will force the Tea Party and others, really, to move away from the more confrontational rhetoric?
Well, you know, again, a lot of people say that never existed in the first place.
Well, okay, but if we look at Kelly's kind of ads, do you think that it's going to have to be toned down, that we won't be seeing, you know, the militarist references, the guns?
I'm pretty sure that for the little while yet, you won't see any politician holding an AK-47 or M16. Yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure that's gonna go away. You know, and the last place that would go away would be Arizona.